This next story has everything a mystery should have. A mummy, an ancient Egyptian link, and feathers. Juliet has the details.
As a kid, I was obsessed with ancient Egypt, King Tut and all the pharaohs, the cult of the cat and the weird burial rituals. It was those rituals that have given researchers at the University of Stellenbosch an enlightening look into the life of a pampered Egyptian pet. It was a world first for Iziko Museums of South Africa, as they got to examine a mummified raptor that had been buried along with its human. The ancient Egyptian bird mummy, which was donated to the museum back in 1911, underwent a virtual autopsy that allowed researchers to see exactly what lay under its wrappings. A 3D scanner facility at the University of Stellenbosch made it possible for the contents to be scanned without being disturbed and then digitize it into a three-dimensional image. The technology is so sophisticated that it can produce a 3D image of a human hair.
So what we use here, it's an X-ray scanner. It's basically the same as a medical CAT scan machine, where they would scan your head to look inside what the problem is. The only difference here is we look at a very, very high resolution, so a lot of detail. So it's basically X-rays shining through an object in full 3D. It started with a researcher here at Stellenbosch at the Ancient Studies Department, and they had this idea to get a number of these specimens from Iziko. And in this process, we saw there's something really interesting in this one of the 5 samples, and we actually had to get the sample back again for a close-up of that interesting section, which is the stomach of the falcon.
Many mummified animals have been found, most dating from around 600 BC to 250 AD. Ancient Egyptians believed in many deities and associated different animals with them. Raptors were connected to the sun god Ra. The birds were in general prepared by being gutted and dried, then dipped into molten resin and wrapped. In this case, however, this raptor mummy was not gutted, giving the researchers a chance to have a glimpse into its last moments on Earth. The scanner revealed the remains of at least 2 house mice and a small sparrow in the raptor's stomach. It is believed that this mummy provides the first real evidence that raptors were kept in captivity by ancient Egyptians.
Dr. Salima Ikram, who is an expert in mummification, they found millions of these mummified birds and couldn't understand that. So the fact that this little one was actually fed, force-fed to die, sheds new light on mummification of these birds.
It may sound a bit like something out of a science fiction movie, but the reality is that with technology like this at our fingertips, we may start discovering things about the planet's history that could possibly affect our future. How exciting and terrifying at the same time.